Tarot Tube. I'm back. So my last video, I was talking about the decks that I used and didn't use in October and why. Now I'm back to do a little video about the books that I read or didn't read in October. Yeah. So I wasn't home, and I'm saying October-ish because this was actually like the end of September into the beginning of November. So it was a big block of time actually that I'm talking about, not just October. And we'll use that as the excuse for why I'm posting these videos mid-November. Okay, that's me. All right, so the first book that I did not finish reading was this one. This fantastic book by Rachel Pollack, A Walk Through the Forest of Souls. And this is how far in I am. In defense of myself, I will say that this is not like a little light read that you just zip through. And no, if you really are going to read this book, I think you just have to be willing to take time, read small sections, and then just kind of sit with it, because it's so meaty and it's so thought-provoking that yeah, I don't feel bad about not zipping through this. That's fine. I'm good. So what did I did? What did I actually get to read? Let me get rid of my reflecting glasses here. Okay, so because I was traveling most of the time, I ended up reading mostly on my little Kindle. And I have the Paperwhite Kindle. I'll show you what it looks like. So I really enjoy reading on this because, let's see if I can open up a book and let you see. Because it's not, I don't have that light, like the light of a phone or a tablet shining in my face. It's just, well, okay, so here's Yoga for Witches. Yeah, I guess, what else am I going to have on my Kindle except for witchy stuff, right? Nah, I have other things. So let's see. This I haven't started yet. I'm trying to get a page so you can see what it looks like if you haven't seen the Paperwhite. So this is what it looks like. So you don't actually have a light shining in your eyes. And it's pretty cool because I can read indoors, outdoors, natural light, artificial light, everything works. So that's pretty cool. So what did I read? Well, if you looked at the thumbnail, I tried to put the cover of the books that I read, and one of them was this Cartomancy book that I am reading, and it's about Marseille. I will put the title, the exact title, in the notes below, so if you're interested, you can look at it. So it's about reading with the Marseille style, and it's really interesting to me because I've been kind of exploring the idea of who my actual blood ancestors are and what my actual ancestral roots in Cartomancy might be. It's all theoretical. I didn't know anyone, nor have I heard tales of anyone in my family that read cards, any kind of cards. So it's all very speculative, and I'm just looking at it based on history and countries of origin, which in my case is going to be Italy, Scotland, England, Germany, France, and some Scandinavian. Where did that come from? Nobody knows. Maybe there's Vikings back there. Anyhow, so I don't think I have a lot of Medicis in my background, so to speak. So I don't know that any of my ancestors would have really read what we think of as tarot. I just probably not. If they read cards, they probably read playing cards or maybe some kind of divination card, maybe Marseille style. So I'm getting more into that, although I've always been interested in, suits and numbers and how does that fit together. That's always been something I've really liked. So I'm kind of diving more into that, and that's why I've been reading this Cartomancy book, because I think it's starting to get at some of the more just everyday folks, right? I don't think anybody in my background had these beautiful hand-painted tarot decks. I doubt that very seriously. So yeah, I'm kind of interested in that just for a purity of ancestral stuff kind of thing. So that's very interesting to me. And I also really wanted to just read something that was light and entertaining. So I started reading, okay, so Deborah Blake, who did Everyday Witch, which is a real comfort deck for me. And speaking of comfort, notice how I'm in sweats right now. So yeah, I'm making videos. I don't care what I'm wearing. Right, so here's the Oracle. If you're not familiar with Deborah Blake, how could you not know? Anyway, if you don't know her work. So this is the Everyday Witch Oracle, which is really kind of fun. She likes cats a lot. She really likes cats. And I enjoy this Oracle deck. I enjoy the book and the ideas that are in the book. I'm kind of getting away from books for a second, just so I can tell you who Deborah Blake is, in case you don't know. And in her book, no, I need my glasses. In the books, like you'll pull a card and she gives you some divination tips and maybe some ritual, some magic. So I enjoy this deck very much. I do like to pair Oracle with Tarot, but I don't often pair this with the Everyday Witch. Because it's like you pull one of these cards and it's its own whole story. So sometimes it gets a little too far away from whatever reading I'm doing, but I like this as just a standalone deck that I can pull when I feel like I need to get a little ritual, a little woo-woo in. I like this deck. Anyway, whoops, let's put it right side up. I do like Deborah Blake a lot. So I said, let me try some of her fiction. So I downloaded the book. There's a trilogy, Veiled Magic. And I downloaded the first book. I raced through that book. I like that. Then I downloaded the second book and I raced through that. And then I downloaded the third book and I raced through that. And I found it to be a really nice way to just kind of get away from the mundane, the intensity of my life during the past month. It was kind of silly and light. I would describe it as, how would I describe it? Well, our heroine is a witch, big surprise there. Cozy, supernatural romance. Yeah, let's go with that. Cozy, supernatural romance. Really diverting, really super fun. And I highly recommend it for, especially this time of year when you just want to kind of cozy up and have a little escape. It was a lovely way to just take a deep breath and step away from the intensity of the world. Yeah, that was good. So those are the books that I did and didn't read in October-ish. And now I am going to, now that I'm back home, I'm going to get back into my walk through the Forest of Souls. And I've started reading a book called Legends and Lattes, which is for a book club that I'm in, the Unicorn Fam with Lisa Pappas. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot, and it's not on the thumbnail. Okay, the other book that I read, which is just like, wow, I really, really, really strongly recommend it, is called Mexican Gothic. So it's not, since it's not in the thumbnail, I'll definitely list it in the comment section below. And it is a real Gothic story. It is set in Mexico in the early 1950s, and it deals with a lot of magic, Gothic magic kind of stuff. If you are interested in mushrooms, this is sort of a side thing there. There's a lot of stuff in there about mushrooms, and it's definitely taking a political stand about colonialism in Central America. And I think, you know, by extension, you could also say, you know, North and South America, but it's really focused on Central America stuff in Mexico specifically. So if you're interested in that culture and in a modern Gothic story, I would highly recommend Mexican Gothic. Did I say that right? Yeah, I said that right. Okay, that's it. Someday I am going to learn how to edit. In the meantime, you get to watch me walk around and turn the button and say stop. If you enjoyed this, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. If you've read anything interesting, pop it in the comments, share it. I'm always looking for a good read. I love to read, especially now that the nights are getting longer and I can cuddle up in my sweats and a nice blankie and just read. All right, take care, witches. Bye.